terms of, your early days as a Sambo competitor and as a kickboxer in Ukraine, what do you remember of that experience? How was competition back in the Ukraine and in Europe as a general?
Yeah, because I was heavyweight, it was a lot of strong, big guys, but I had a better technique and a better condition. So, and my dream was all the time move to the United States. So it was perfect fit. And also because I was involved in some movies, I like to perform. So combination pro wrestle and movie industry, what I'm doing right now, it's a perfect, I think, marriage. So at the same time you can perform on the ring, and at the same time you can perform on movie set. That was all about. So I had a good experience for performance, be on the ring, live, and for WWE, and all this experience I brought back to the movie sets, what I'm doing right now.
I'll translate that briefly. En su tiempo compitiendo allá, él era un heavyweight, era un peso completo, un peso pesado. Entonces estaba compitiendo con tipos grandes, con tipos fuertes como él. Y pues de ahí siempre su sueño fue moverse o mudarse a Estados Unidos para trabajar en diferentes cosas, entre ellas actuación, era algo que le llamaba la atención, que es lo que está haciendo en este punto de su carrera, y ya mismo llegaremos a eso. And since we are already here, we're going to go back in terms of WWE.
And don't forget, when I signed deal with WWE, I was 300, almost 50 pounds.
350 pounds.
Yes, and after I slimmed down till 320 pounds, and after I get leaner to 85 to 90. Wow. So when I get signed deal with WWE, I was a big boy, 350 pounds, pure muscle.
I'll translate that. Cuando Vladimir Kozlov...
That's why when I start to wrestle, when I start to train, I throw 320 pounds everywhere. So it wasn't even too heavy for myself because I was too big.
I'll translate that. Cuando Vladimir Kozlov o Oleg Prudius ingresa a WWE, estaba pesando, escuchen esto, 350 libras, 350 libras, un tipo enorme. Poco a poco entonces fue pegando la piel al músculo, vamos a decirlo de esa manera, a llegar a 320, ahora está en 285, 290, pero cuando ingresa por primera vez eran 350 libras, era una pared humana, era un hombre completamente, era más músculo que hombre en aquel momento. So you signed with WWE. What do you recall of your early days in DSW, working in the developmental territory in Deep South for WWE in Atlanta?
No, Deep South, it was, my opinion is it was one of the toughest training facility. It was, it was hard. It's like 10, 12 hours a day cardio. It's crazy. Not many people can make it. I think guys who pass this camp, they become like good wrestlers and good superstars. They still wrestle, but not many people could make it. It was tough. It was very tough. Compared for development system right now, the back of the days, it was like boot camp. I'm telling you, it was crazy. Like 10, 12 hours a day cardio, physical cardio, non-stop. Everybody had a badass shape, but it wasn't easy.
I'll translate that. DSW, Deep South Wrestling, era el antiguo territorio de desarrollo de WWE. Oleg nos cuenta que en su tiempo era sumamente difícil y muchas personas se rajaban, muchas personas se quitaban, no aguantaban porque estaban haciendo cardio todos los días, 10 a 12 horas de cardio entrenando duro, duro, duro. Era más una especie de bootcamp, como él dice, o de entrenamiento militar lo que les daban para poder llegar a lo que era el main roster o tan siquiera a luchar. Entonces mucha gente no lo aguantaba. Él aguantó la presión y estuvo ahí mucho tiempo. Before, you headed to the main roster, you wrestled multiple dark matches and training sessions before having that opportunity. It is not like now. A person right now can, be 3 months or 4 months on NXT and get called up to the main roster if someone is interested. But back then, it doesn't matter who you were. You needed to stay there at least, for a year and get a little bit of...
Yes, a year, maybe 1 year and a half, if you get lucky, and plus maybe 2 years. Depends when you will be ready. And they're supposed to be develop your character, your style, yeah, it takes time.
It does. At that moment, who notified you that you were, main roster bound after 2 years? You signed, you waited a year and a half, 2 years, but before that, you were doing like for a full year of multiple dark matches. So you were again many wrestlers all around in the WWE. But at the moment of getting the official call, hey, Oleg, you're making your debut on SmackDown this Friday. Who gave you the call?
No, basically based on a report from dark matches, when I almost just create my style, yeah, I did my first debut. Because what we try to do, we try to make a combination samba style, samba skills with pro wrestle, create different technique. So it took a little bit more time because some throw looks dangerous, but it wasn't. But when you see on TV, it looks so vicious. It's almost like, yeah, it's like different style. And some wrestlers, when you're supposed to be wrestle with them, they're supposed to be take the throw because it wasn't unusual.
I'll translate that. Cuando él llega a la empresa, había otra mentalidad completamente distinta. Él mismo lo dice, podías estar un año o un año y medio, 1 year o 1 year and a half, hasta hacer tu debut. Tardabas mucho tiempo. Y en el caso de él, en ese proceso, tomó un poco tiempo, tomó un poco más de tiempo porque él era un luchador de sambo, intentando combinar su estilo de sambo con su estilo de kickboxing, adaptándolo a la industria de la lucha libre y al producto de WWE. Y entonces esta mezcla letal que querían crear con él, pues les tomó un poquito de tiempo el experimento. Él dice, pues habían cosas que se veían bien, habían cosas que no se veían bien, y era cuestión de que todo tenía que quedar al perfecto, por eso tardaron un tiempo con ello. What do you recall of working? There's a particular match. When we say Vladimir Kozlov, the first thing that comes to our mind is, okay, that match with Triple H for the WWE Championship. Like, do you have Triple H? You have Edge. You work with multiple people in the roster, but how was that particular opportunity of working with Triple H and Edge in a match for the WWE Championship?
No, it was a big opportunity, and when you wrestle for world championship, for the belt, it's big responsibility. You have to be, if you become champion, you have to care. You are champion. You have to be champion 24/7. It's a big opportunity. My opinion, it's not many people can handle it. And in this case, when I got this opportunity to wrestle with Triple H for championship belt, it was for myself, it was big deal. I was a little bit more nervous compared when I compete for Samba World Championship. It's like it's different. And yeah, I was a little bit. I was too overexcited. That's what I feel.
Translate.
And when you compete and when you perform, it's a little bit, back of the day, it was a little bit different. Right now, I feel more comfortable, more convenient, but back of the days, it was a big challenge for myself. And plus, when you go to on the middle of the ring and 60, 70,000 people see you, and you have to perform and do everything right. And yeah, it wasn't easy.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure. I'll translate that. Le pregunto a Oleg por su lucha con Triple H por el campeonato de la WWE. Él dice que se sentía más nervioso luchando con Triple H por el campeonato mundial peso completo de WWE que luchando en el mundial de sambo, que era lo que le apasionaba a él. ¿Por qué motivo? Bueno, el título es el título máximo, no todo el mundo está hecho para tenerlo como él menciona, hay bien pocas personas que se les da esa oportunidad y a los que se les dan, están viéndolos todo el tiempo, hay 60,000, 70,000 personas poniendo los ojos sobre ti a ver qué rayos estás haciendo, si lo haces bien, si lo haces mal, y entonces él sintió esa presión, pero fue una buena oportunidad para él.